Hi guys! Welcome to another episode of Learn Math with Sir Mark, and in this video, I'm going to discuss geometric mean, which will be discussed in quarter 3 and 4 in Math 10. But before anything else, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and click the bell button so that you will be notified whenever I'm going to upload a new one. So if you're ready, let's begin! Okay, so let's illustrate first what is geometric mean. Okay, so suppose we are given that P, A, B, C, and Q form a geometric sequence. So we say that A, B, and C are the three geometric means of P and Q. Okay, so let's illustrate that. So in problem number 1, okay, so we have to insert two geometric means between 2 and 54. So meaning to say, my first term is 2, okay, unknown ang second and third terms, and my fourth term is 54. Take note, my second term will be, we can have it by multiplying the first term by a certain number, and we call it common ratio, right? Okay, similarly, so to get third term, okay, so we have to multiply the second term, which is 2r, and the common ratio, which is r. So that will be 2r squared. And lastly, so yung third term natin na 2r squared times the common ratio, this will give us 2r cubed. So meaning to say, so this 54 here is equal to 2r cubed. And actually, familiar na tayo dyan, this is just the same as the fourth term is equal to the first term times the common ratio raised to 4 minus 1. See that? Take note, our fourth term is 54, our first term is 2, and 4 minus 1 is 3. There you go. So, okay, so what we wanted here is r. So, 54 divided by 2 will give us 27. Okay, that 27 is equal to r cubed. Okay, so get the cube root both sides. So, cube root of 27 will become 3. Okay, so ano ibig sabihin nun? So, if our common ratio is 3, so to obtain the second term, so that will be 2 times 3. And that is 6. See that? 6 times 3, that will give us 18. 18 times 3, that will give us the fourth term, which is 54. So, ibig sabihin, the two geometric means that we have to insert between 2 and 54 are 6 and 18. Okay? Next, let's have problem number 2. Okay. This time, we're going to insert three geometric means between 5 and 405. So, same procedure. Okay? My first term is 5. Okay? So, my fifth term is 405. So, okay. So, I'll just use the formula. Okay? So, ito. Yung kagaya ng ginawa natin kanina. Okay. So, since my fifth term is 405, given ang first term, so, the equation that we can get here is a sub 5 is equal to the first term times the common ratio raised to 5 minus 1, which is 4. Okay? So, that will be 405 equals 5r raised to 4. And we all know 405 divided by 5, so that will be 8, okay, 81. Okay, 40 divided by 8, then 5 divided by 5 is 1. There you go. That's it. So, okay, so, get the fourth root of 81. This will give us plus minus 3. Okay, ano ibig sabihin nun? So, since you have two common ratio, okay, so, meron kang dalawang sequence. Okay, dalawang sequence. Two sets of sequence. Okay, so the first one is this. Okay, so if r is positive 3, okay, if r is positive 3, so, our sequence will be this. Okay, so let me just write it here, 5. Okay, so if r is 3, so 5 times 3 will give us 15. Alright, 15 times 3 is 45. 45 times 3 is 135. And, of course, 135 times 3 should be 405. Okay, so this is the first set of the three geometric means that we have to insert between 5 and 405. Clear? How about if r is negative 3? Okay, paano naman kung negative 3? Okay, so, same. My first term will become 5. Okay, So 5 times negative 3, so I'll just change the sign of this, negative 15. Okay, negative 15 times a negative number. Okay, so that will be positive. So that will become positive 45. See that? 45 times negative 3 is negative 135. And lastly, this negative number times a negative common ratio will give us, of course, dapat, the fifth term, which is 405. See that? So once again, there are two sets of sequences here. Okay, because of these two different, two ratio, common ratio. Okay, that's it. So second to the last problem. Okay, number 3. Insert two geometric means between square root of 5 and 5. Okay, so this time radical na yung involved. Okay, so my first term, same procedure is 5. Okay, missing. Ang second and third term, my fourth term is an integer, which is 5. Okay, okay, same procedure. A sub 4 equals a sub 1 r raised to 4 minus 1. This will give me 3. Right? Okay, once again, ano yung fourth term natin? That's 5. Okay, equals the first term, which is square root of 5, r cubed. Okay, so we know, so since we're after for r, dividing both sides by square root of 5 will give us 5 over square root of 5, or ira-rationalize ko yan, that will become, multiply ko to ng square root of 5 over square root of 5, right? Okay, so this will give me, okay, so the denominator will become 5. So, maka-cancel lang. Right? Maka-cancel to, tsaka yung product niya. Okay? So, that will be square root of 5 na lang. Okay? Equals r cubed. See that? But since I'm just after for r, so extracting the cube root, so I'm going to have cube root of square root of 5. Okay? And that cube root of square root of 5 is actually 6 root of 5. See that? Or, if I want to express it as fractional exponent, that will be 5 raised to 1 over 6. There you go. So, from there, ma-obtain na natin yung second term. Okay, so I'm just going to express all of this using fractional exponent para mas madali. Okay, ano ibig sabihin? My first term is 5 square root of 5. That will be 5 raised to 1 half. So, again, multiply it by the common ratio. Okay, which is 5 raised to 1 over 6. Okay. Naalala ba yung rule? Ano yung rule natin? Same base. So, copy the base. Pag multiplication, add the exponent. So, 1 half plus 1/6. That is, ano yan? 4 thirds. 4 over 6, right? 4 over 6 or 2 thirds. Okay? So, let me rewrite it here. So, 5 raised to 2 thirds ang ating second term. So, to get the third term, so that's it. Yung second term natin na 5 raised to 2 thirds, multiply it to the common ratio again. So, same base, you have to add the exponent. See that? Clear? So, 2 thirds plus 1 over 6 is actually 5 over 6. Alright? So, you can do that. So, 5 over 6. Okay? So, this is 5 raised to 5 over 6. Okay? So, pero syempre, you have to check it. Dapat, if I'm going to multiply the third term, which is 5 raised to 5 over 6, times the common ratio, 5 raised to 1 over 6, dapat ang sagot is the fourth term, which is 5. Let's verify it. So, again, same base, add exponent, 5, 6 plus 1, 6, that is 6 over 6. Tama naman. So, that's equal to 5. See that? There you go. So, therefore, the second and the third term, or the two geometric means that we have to insert between square root of 5 and 5 is, are 5 raised to 2 thirds, or should I say, ito na lang? Okay? So, that will be cube root of 5 squared, or 25. Then, the other one, ito. So, 6 root of, medyo malaki. 6 root of 5 raised to 5, or, ang 5 raised to 5 is actually 3,125. Okay? Pero actually, pwede na to. Okay? So, most teachers will accept this. Okay, so we are now on the last item on this video. So, problem number 4. we have to insert 5 geometric means between negative 27 over 8 and negative 8 over 27. Okay, once again, we have to insert 5, including the first and the last term. That gives us 7 terms. Alright, so meaning to say, like what we did in the previous examples, yung 7th term natin is equal to the first term times the common ratio raised to 6. Okay, now, yung 7th term natin will become negative 8 over 27, okay? While our first term is negative 27 over 8 times the common ratio raised to 6. There you go. Okay, cross multiplication, negative over negative yan, magiging positive. So this one will become 8 squared. No need to write it as 64. Anyway, it will be hard for us to have 27 times 27. Just express it using exponent. Okay, 27 squared. See that? Okay, next. So, the good thing here is, pag nakakita ka ng ganyan, huwag tayo magpanic. Yung 8 over 27, actually, they are perfect cube. Okay? Perfect cube. So, that is, yung 8 over 20, yung 8 is 2 cube, while 27 is 3 cube. So, meron kang 2/3 cube. Okay? 2/3 cube. Okay? So, raised to 2. Okay? So, equals r to the 6. See that? And take note, so since 3 times 2 is 6, so meaning to say yung common ratio is 2/3. But take note even kasi yan, so pag nag-extract ka ng 6 root, dalawa yan. Okay, take note. So our r here will become plus minus 2/3. Okay? Okay, so now, if r is positive 2/3, so ito na. Okay, so we have to insert 5 geometric means. Take note. So, our first term is negative 27 over 8. Okay? So, multiply it by 2/3, positive. Okay? So, that will be negative. Okay, let me write it here. 27 over 8 times 2/3. Okay, so maka-cancel to 27 over 3, that will be 9. My numerator will become 9, right? Okay? So, 2 over 8, that is 4. So, therefore, the first geometric mean, okay, is 9 over 4. See that? Okay. Next. Let me erase it. Wala na akong space. Okay. So, sundan nyo na lang. So, yung negative 9/4 times the common ratio, positive 2/3. So, again, 9 over 3, that's 3. Right? So, negative. Okay. Negative 3. 2 over 4, that will become positive 2. Okay? Next. So, same. Alright? So, the third term, so yung negative 3/2, alright, multiply ko siya sa common ratio again, which is 2/3, so clearly, they will cancel each other. So, that will be negative 1. See that? Okay. So, negative 1. So, negative 1 times 2/3, okay, actually, yun na yun. So, that will become negative 2/3. Times 2/3, that will become negative 4 over 9. And lastly, negative 4 over 9 times 2/3, that will be negative 8 over 27. Okay, let me use yellow. Okay, negative 8 over 27. See that? So, once again, so these 5 numbers here, okay, these 5 numbers here are the first set of 5 geometric means that we can insert between negative 27 over 8 and negative 8 over 27. Okay? That is if r is positive 2/3. But what if r is negative? Again, pwede kasing mag-negative yung r natin. Okay. So, once again, negative 27 over 8. Okay, let me use yellow. So, must distinguish yung geometric mean from the first and the last term. Okay. Now, kung mag-multiply ka ng negative, so same pa rin ng 9/4 pa rin, kaya lang this time, negative times negative, this one will become positive. See that? Positive number times negative, still 3/2 yan. Okay, kaya lang, positive times negative, that will become negative 3/2. Clear? Okay, this negative 3/2 times negative 2/3, positive 1. 1 times negative 2/3 is negative 2/3. Negative 2/3 times negative 2/3 is positive 4 over 9. Okay? And lastly, 4 over 9 times negative 2/3 is still yung given, which is negative 8 over 27. See that? There you go. Okay? This is the second set of the of 5 geometric means, okay, alternating in signs that you can insert between these two numbers. Okay? See that? There you go. I hope you learned something on this video. So if you like my video, so please don't forget to to give me a like, and feel free to share. Okay, so and lastly, don't forget to subscribe on my channel. Keep safe.